Hello everyone and welcome to Odds Market. We are finally back after the 3 longest months of the year. Serie A is finally returning and there are some cracking games lined up for the opening weekend. Here I'm going to run through the biggest matches and the ones offering the best value in my opinion. Start with defending champions Juventus face Cagliari at home in what will be their first competitive game since losing the Champions League final to Real Madrid back in May. Max Allegri's men fell just short in Europe, but they were dominant in Serie A last season, winning a sixth consecutive title. They have since lost star defender Leonardo Bonucci to the ambitious AC Milan, but they have bolstered their squad with several new arrivals and spent a fair bit of money this summer. Cagliari finished 12th last season and are miles behind Juventus in stature and have spent a comparative pittance this summer. Juve won 4-0 here last season, and I imagine they can do a similar job again. It's going to be a big test for the defence at the start of this post-Bonucci era, and they'll be really keen to get off to a strong start. So I like the look of Juventus to win to 0 at odds of 1.7 with Bet Victor for this game. Next up we have newly promoted Verona against Napoli. Napoli rallied last season after a slow start and they finished third, just 1 point behind Roma and 5 behind Juventus. They've kept the team together really well and I think they've got a great chance of finishing in the top 2 this season, despite the impending challenge from AC Milan. Players like Mertens and Milik up front should really be able to gun down the newly promoted Verona. They're playing a Champions League qualifier at home this week. You could argue that would make them a little bit jaded for this match, but at this stage in the season I actually think it will sharpen them up and make them more match fit. So Napoli minus 1.25 on the Asian handicap here looks good at 2.0 with 188 bet. That's even money. Looks really interesting to me. Next up, Atalanta versus Roma. Two of the best teams in the league last season, but Roma, the runners-up, have key players Mohamed Salah, Antonio Rudiger and Diego Paredes have all gone this summer, so you'd expect them to be a little bit weakened. They've invested in 12 new players, so they've got a much larger squad, but they're bereft of some of that individual brilliance. Atalanta have lost a couple of players as well. AC Milan took a couple of their stars, but they are largely unchanged from last season when they finished 4th, which was very impressive. This is going to be a really tight game, I think, and a lot of people will be looking at the draw, which is 3.4 with Bet365 and various others. I think that is worth a small stake, but my main option for this game will be both teams to score at 1.66. You can get that with 10bet. Atalanta won 2-1 in this fixture last season, and it was 1-1 when they went to Rome and played in the Stadio Olimpico. They also played out a 3-3 draw the previous season, so you typically see both teams scoring when these two meet, and I really like that bet. Next up, Crotone versus AC Milan. Crotone pulled off the great escape last season. They really won the hearts and minds of many neutrals, but they're up against a really ridiculously ambitious AC Milan side who have just spent no less than £170 million to bring in Bonucci and 7 other players this summer. They've really gone for it. You fancy them to get off to a winning start against Crotone. That's 1.62. Just throw in another one for the end. Inter versus Fiorentina. Over 2.5 goals looks a great bet here with marathon bet. Games between these two finished 4-2 and 5-4 last season. Two very high scoring games. That's an average of 7.5 goals per game. So if we get anywhere near that, the over 2.5 goals looks a great bet with marathon bet. Thanks for watching. It's just great to be back for some Serie A action. We're going to be doing this every week of the season, so please keep tuning in. Please leave your comments if there's anything you feel that you'd like us to speak about or discuss. Let us know, but hope you enjoyed the video and we'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.